Hey everyone, today we're going to go ahead and talk about the i3 Window Manager and a significant change that has been made with the recent versions of i3 WM. So we're going to go ahead and switch over to my screen. We're going to talk about it. And what you're seeing right here is the i3 Gaps repository. And as you can see, i3 Gaps has been archived. It is no longer being maintained. And there is a reason for this. The reason is that the i3 Gaps project has been merged with i3. So all of the features that were in i3 Gaps are now on i3 mainline. And this makes i3 Gaps redundant, so they stopped maintaining it. So what i3 Gaps is the ability to have gaps around your windows, like as you can see when I bring up two terminals, you have this gap right here. Now, I've always used i3 Gaps. I always thought it was a cool visual effect. So now I've always thought that this was a major change that always should have been made. I think that these two projects should have been merged a long time ago, and now it's finally happened, and I'm very happy with that. So the main thing that you need to keep in mind, especially if you're running LTS versions like Ubuntu LTS or Debian Stable, is that the package that's being packaged might not have this functionality. So for example, Ubuntu LTS 22.04 only packages i3 4.20, and Debian Stable only packages 4.19. Now we'll get to how you can update this in a minute, but just keep this in mind if you're running these particular versions. Now testing, I think, packages 4.22, but if you're running anything based off of Debian Stable, you are getting 4.19, and anything based off of Ubuntu LTS, such as Pop! OS and Linux Mint, you're most likely getting 4.20, unless 4.22 is being packaged elsewhere. Now, if you're running Arch Linux, 4.22 is already being packaged in the Arch repositories, and the same with OpenSUSE Tumbleweed, and that makes sense because these are rolling releases. So if you're running i3 and you have updated your system recently, you are probably running 4.22 already. Now, if you are running Debian or Ubuntu and you want to update your i3WM 4.22, you can go to i3.org/downloads. I will link this in the description. And you have right here Debian and Ubuntu repositories. And you can add the appropriate repository to your distribution by following these instructions right here. So if you're using Ubuntu or Pop! OS or Linux Mint, you'd be adding the Ubuntu repository. If you're using Debian Stable or something based on Debian Stable like Dev1 or MX Linux, etc., you would add the Debian repository to it, and this will update to i3WM 4.22. Okay, so in closing, if you are using the i3 Gaps package, you should be uninstalling i3 Gaps and installing i3 4.22, and that way you're getting the latest security patches and bug fixes for your window manager. And that's about all I have for you today, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.